This week on the Ranting and Raving Podcast.
I went to a wedding last night. I don't drink, and I got a fucking shit face.
I did think of doing something a little bit more risky, but Peter and the label say no.
Oh,
to
no,
talk
no,
about,
shitty little town. I
Yeah.
live in one.
Yeah. Before that, I used to run a magazine called G-Spot with my mate.
Fucking,
A
I
lot
was
of mates.
not expecting
Really?
you to
Oh,
listen to Joni Mitchell.
proper. That's one of my favourite albums of all time. That so.
It's like, I mean, I know it's not the same genre, but Oasis were the same when Liam never turned up. Noel had to sing all
Noel
the
singing
songs,
for
even
him.
the
I know.
songs that were not.
To be honest, I know most people didn't want to hear Noel sing his own songs anyway. Tried it on with one of the guys from YouTube. I can't remember the student anyway. So it just the deal collapsed. Jamie Carragher when he spat in that girl's face.
No.
If Glastonbury approached you and said, we're going to give you a stage.
Oh, right, yeah. That
You've
one.
got 8 hours.
I like this.
Hour each.
Yeah.
You're on as Ream.
Right, okay.
Who you having?
7 other acts with
Wow.
you.
And any act.
Anyone
acts.
you want.
But they've got to be alive, obviously.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
you can't have a dead
I'll-
act. That'd be difficult, wouldn't it? Right.
Jess from Birmingham. She wants to chuck in the bin lads who take their shirts off in nightclubs. Nobody asks for a sweaty torso rubbing against me in snobs.
I absolutely have to agree.
Yep.
I'll be honest with you. I've never done it myself, and I don't really like it.
Come on, if they're in a mess and it's red hot, and let's say Subway, for example, it's
Yeah, but-
sweating like crazy and you're off, you fucking.
You're a good promoter.
Yeah.
You're someone who knows what to do, knows the area, does all that.
You listen to your wife and,
Yeah,
you know, happy wife, happy life, apparently.
yeah. Or you just leave him.
Or you leave them.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
I can actually sing. I don't like doing it, but I can hold a note.
To tell some of my sex stories on here because it's his sister.
The whole world should know that our album's out.
The DJ thing, it's like, you know, back in the day, you could go to the record shop. You only had a certain amount you could spend, so you
Yep.
couldn't get every record you wanted.
Absolutely.
So everyone's record collections were different.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Ranting and Raving Podcast with myself, Wayne Scott Fox, and of course, Mickey Williams. And we have a very, very special guest today, don't we?
We do. Go on,
How
elaborate.
special? How special? He hates it, you know, because I always make him introduce the guest.
Oh, that's right. I don't mind. Whoever introduced me, it's fine.
Because obviously I know who you are by the actual, not your.
The legend.
That's the one. That's the
it,
word
yeah.
I'm looking for.
Yeah.
The legendary name. But do you want to introduce him by first? I need to ask a question before we introduce him as what he's known as.
Yeah, okay. So on the show today, we've got MacKenzie, who is a DJ and part of the band.
Now, how do you pronounce this?
Well,
Every time we see it.
it's funny that because we've had this question before. Now I just say Ream. Now, but there's no real pronunciation. It's Ream. If you're up north,
Yeah.
I think that's my shit, sort of northern accent there. But Ream, whatever. It's whatever.
Just Dream.
Dreadful.
No.
No, that'll do.
And if you're wondering who Dream are, they had massive hits. Was it they or just you?
Oh no, it's Pete. There's two of us, Pete and I.
Okay. And
There was a third person as well, weren't there?
Yeah,
We'll get to later.
we can get to that, but he wasn't. Yeah. There's this. The band essentially is Pete and me, Pete Cunningham
Yeah.
and me, and it always has been. Second album, I left and let him get on with that on his own.
Yeah.
And years later, got back when I ran out of money.
there's one way to do it.
You got to follow the money.
So, what do you reckon the viewers of this will know what Dream, what their popular hit was that everybody knows?
You're the best thing.
Do you agree?
No,
What do you reckon?
things can only get better.
That's what I would have said.
That'd
Yeah,
be
of
one
course.
for me.
That's what I would have said.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, that was the sort of number one. But best thing was sort of the more clubby one, wasn't it?
But as musicians, we think that. We never think that the most popular one is the best one.
Yeah.
No, well,
That's always the way, isn't
We
it?
find out. I've been in the studio
Yeah.
with something and thought, yeah, and then it's gone, wow. And it's been the bigger one of the last 3 or 4 that we've done.
Okay, so let's dive in some questions because I'm dying to know some bits about it. Sorry, I have to look at my phone. You have to excuse me. I'm absolutely fucked. I went to a wedding last night. I don't drink, and I got fucking shit faced at my sister's wedding. And Mickey's had me come here because we've got this beautiful guest down. So here we are. Okay, so I'll ask the first question then.
Go on then.
How was the Ream formed? What was the concept behind it? How did the idea come from? And
So it's fairly simple. In 1990, I was DJing a club called The Brain in London. I was resident this time, that old, so I was resident at this club in London, and Peter was working for my soon-to-be ex-wife.
That's another story.
No, it was my missus at the time who became a wife, and also is no longer my wife. He's working for her, and she took him down to the club, and he was working at some tunes. He's from an indie band in Ireland that had been brought over. It's quite a funny story, actually. Been brought signed by U2's label at the time. It's called Mother Records, I think that, and they'd been brought over to England to think they're going to make it on tour with Rochford. I remember Rochford, Cuddly Toy, and all that. I don't know if you remember that from years ago. But they'd gone into it, and the manager of Peter's band was gay, and he fancied he tried it on with one of the guys from U2. I can't remember the student anyway. So the deal collapsed. I mean, it didn't go down very well.
Funnily enough,
it didn't go down very well. So Pete was left in limbo. So he ended up working in a packing company, a media company, and he was like, and he's working on music though. But he was trying to get the dance stuff. He'd be going out. So she was like, "Oh, come down, see what Al plays." And see what you could, I'd never done any music in my life and had no real ambition. Actually, I had a drum machine, bizarrely, like you do. And I'd fucked around with it and everything and stuff. So, but I had no idea. And he said, "Look, come round the house." And he started a track. I got there and he started a track called "You're the Best Thing." And it had actually, that's the first thing I ever worked on with music. He had it there and it's, he'd done his bits, but it was like a bit slower and stuff and that. And I was like, "Look, just bang these beats and do that." It's piss easy stuff, really. It's like as a DJ, you're just thinking, even then, I had no idea. Chuck some beats down, blah, blah, blah. I thought, great. And because I was doing clubs, we knocked a few tracks together. And I said, we'll do some PAs, because back then, it's not like now you get paid a fortune, don't you? Go and do a PA. We had all these clubs in London, all this, and we'll do a gig here, do a gig at my club, do this. I was working most nights, really. And then we needed a name for the band as well. Didn't have a name, so we just sat there.
Just turned up.
It was kind of like, I thought, I've got to put something on the flyer. And we even got reviewed and things like Enemy and stuff for these little PAs. It was mad. And so we were sitting there, and one day, he's got a different recollection, but I'm right. His memory's shot. So, and I remember like Life in a Northern Town, Dream Academy. That old,
oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that's where that sample's from. And I loved the floatiness of it all, and I thought, we're all about that sort of floaty thing. And I thought, there's bound to be a band called Dream. Bound to be. Without, we didn't have the internet then, obviously. Like now, so couldn't check. But and there's a bands like The Influence were out and things. Are there people out there? And I bet I had that stash. I thought, good idea. We'll call it D. We won't put a hyphen in because everyone is doing that. We'll put a colon in. Really fucking stupid idea, because obviously the internet, it's an illegal character in Hotmail.
You didn't know that then. Yeah,
well, you
say
that. You say that, but before that, I used to run a magazine called G-Spot, which my mate, we lived in Walton-on-Thames.
Called what?
G-Spot, it was called. He sold it. He sold it for £1 million years later. Never paid me a penny, Mark Westall. Just so you know, if you're watching this, you owe me, prick. So but he was right into this whole Japanese thing at the time. He was going on about it, but this internet and all this stuff. I never paid attention. When I started DJing, I thought, you just have the magazine, just bug it off. Never thought about it. I'd actually paid some form of attention. I wouldn't use the colon, because it completely screwed us years later. Yeah. Because we could still, you look at all our social media sites, it's so few followers. Yeah. Because of this. And we didn't really use it for years either, which didn't help. Now we just started I hate social media, I'll be honest. So, but we started trying to use it. TikTok. Me on TikTok.
I've seen you. I've seen you, Al.
I know.
Proper old man dad videos.
Well, the record label insisted upon it. They're like, and they said, you've got to do this and got to do that. Really? Yeah. So I've tried to do something that's acceptable. Well, that's without doing stupid dances and stuff like that.
They're acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, I did think about doing something a little bit more risky, but Peter and the label say no. So yeah, but
sports.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was it. It was just luck, really. And he came round, did that, and got some gigs. And suddenly, within about a year, it was all kind of kicked off.
How did you feel when it kicked off?
It was
it a wow factor?
It was mad, because it's something I never wanted to do. But at that time, the club, that Brain Club is full of really famous people used to go there. Well, we'd say famous at the time, like things like Suggs used to be managing the farm, maybe down there with them. We've got there was Dieter Meyer, Yellows, all these people who pop in and out. Mr. C used to DJ down there. Graham Park used to DJ down there. And he took him under his wings back in those days. You had the Shaman. So what's it be? Oh, there's so many. Trying to think of all the names. Loads of just famous people used to come in
All
in
from
and
the
out all
same
the
sort
time.
of scene,
So
like-
it was this music going on all the time.
Yeah.
And from there was loads like Goldie be down there. All these things were always happening. So it almost felt like if you did a band, you'd do all right somehow.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we did better than others, but it just seemed that way because everyone was in a band, everyone was doing something. So I was just having a laugh. And DJ wise, I was doing all right. So the music was just a little side thing on it, and it went on. I actually, after about a year or so, I started hating it.
Really?
It wasn't me. It was all got popping because we. Oh shit! Sorry about that.
All right.
Because we got signed with Warner's, it got much
Pressure.
more commercial and stuff. And that we weren't doing any music. We'd done about remix. We'd done stuff with Duran Duran and the EMF that had been quite big, and I wanted to do more of that stuff, dance stuff. But it was just suddenly you're like wanting to tour this, do that, do this. They wanted to re-release everything. Go on tour with these 17. I was like, no. And then I had enough. So I just got sick of not doing any new stuff. So I went, and then and he went off to Take That. Did a tour with Take That, and that's kind of what took things up to again on the realist to number one, and that was the thing. And I mean that sort of thing, doing kids TV and all that, it just wasn't me. You know,
No.
I was trying to be Mr. Cool down, you know, and we were banging out, you know, both of us were at it on the gear and stuff, so which wasn't great.
That's it. Mickey's now your best friend.
No, but that's the thing back then, and it was just, you know, we were young and, you know, just having a laugh.
That's what you do when
I
you're
know.
young, isn't it?
And so I wasn't very good for the corporate thing at all. I wasn't ideal sort of person for them, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't like doing kids TV. Didn't like doing all that stuff.
So what was your genre of music when you were DJing?
Well, I was from that house scene, so I mean the acid house thing, the late 80s, which was everything, didn't it? Hip hop, everything. I mean, I didn't really get into the sort of, you know, that heavier stuff like you like, basically.
Yeah.
Speed goes baseline.
But you know, all the jump. I was went to sort of more US house and stuff, or Italian
Nice.
house, I suppose, would be
Yeah.
an acid house and all that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff we played. Like it was great back then. We played everything.
Yeah,
slow,
I've seen
fast,
you. I've seen you
everything.
play a couple of times, man, and it's you
it's
know
cool.
when you have like
Yeah, well,
when you got the image of D-Ream in your head, and then you've got I think it was Retro Forward. I came to see
Oh,
you
that's
a couple
right,
of
yeah,
times,
yeah.
and it's like this sounds just totally different to
Yeah.
what you perform as. Like,
yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, that's the different entities, aren't they? I mean,
Yeah.
we do remixes for Dream and stuff, like things that try and work that in. I've been doing a lot more recently, so I can work them into sets and stuff. But I mean, Dream is what it is. I mean, back in the day, early 90s, we were quite cool. But it quickly went, after I left, obviously, the cool factor went right down.
Yeah.
But, you know, like Pete he aimed more for the pop dance market, let's say. But,
that's where the money is, though. Isn't
well,
it?
that's it. And they did, but it also, it's a quick buck and it's easy, you know, when you hit that, it's easy for it to the fall,
Yeah.
basically. So,
So things can only get better.
yeah.
When you made that, how quick did you realise it was going to be as big as it was?
Bizarrely, I always thought once, because Pete wrote the lyrics,
Yeah.
we'd sort of done the instrument. I kind of had a feeling. I was as a kid, I was like pop music. Always followed pop music and just the charts and stuff. I had a feeling the hook on it was big, and I knew from playing the instrumental in the clubs and stuff that went down on its own, like a 10-minute
Without the
instrumental,
vocal, like,
without
yeah.
any vocal. You think, oh, that's all right. So that's. I mean, obviously, there's a bunch of sweaty kids in nightclubs taking the tops off at the end of the night, getting
Yeah.
all that.
Having a good time.
Yeah, having a good time. Very good time, but possibly not the ideal audience to what that, but it would always seem to go down well. Once you put the lyric on and we condensed the track, it's like, ooh. And when Warner signed it, I was so pissed off because they didn't put the intro, that a cappella intro on, you can walk my path and all that stuff.
They didn't
They,
put it on
they
the
cut it to make it a radio version. I remember going in the office and thinking, what the fuck have you done? And of course, it
that's
only went
part-
number
that's
24 the
big
first
part of
time.
the track, innit?
Obviously, same with the Take That thing, that took it number one, but they put that back on and it made the sense. It just makes sense to the track. I always thought it'd do well. So even I'd left the band when it went number one, I kind of felt sort of justified. I did phone Peter. He didn't know I was actually in the middle of putting a lawsuit together, but I'd been doing it for a while prior to being number one. I'll just...
Okay.
Speaking about
Can we
that,
cut that bit?
speaking about things can only get better, there's a rumour going around that I want to know if it's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've heard this as well.
I've heard it, yeah.
Is it true that the Labour Party paid £1 million to use that for their campaign in, was it the 90s?
It was 97, I think. It was, yeah, election night. I can categorically state it's not true. They paid absolutely nothing, zilch for it.
Wow.
Nothing
I'd
at all?
Not something to
Not
fuck
a
right
penny?
off.
that thing. No. I'd left the band, but Peter's manager was a bit of an activist, and he wanted it. He thought it'd help Peter's career go again. And Pete, at the time, getting rid of the Tories, which is always a good thing, was a thing. He'd been in for years. So he was like, "Yeah, let's do this," and it felt good to do that. But so it wasn't about making money. The weird thing is because the BBC banned it at the time because it was considered a political song. So so even from money made for that, I think I only went to about number 19 or something when it came out. Then the money made in it was limited anyway because it was the money was spent promoting it and whatnot.
How do you feel about it being used in a political campaign?
At the time I would have done it.
Yeah,
because I was a massive hater of the Tories. So,
yeah.
So I would have done it. And
would you allow the current Labour Party to use it?
No, we did. They asked us.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't asked. We were when after that nonsense with Sunak, the boy played in the rain, played the things. We were in the studio recording a new album, and when a few people around, some of Peter's mates, a big guy in ITV was there. It was quite handy for a bit of advice, and we had this guy who I can't even remember his name, but he's a big music industry type agent. He was phoning us constantly. He's a massive Labour activist, and he wanted us to go off and do all the hustings and stuff like that. And I was just like, not a chance. I didn't mind, I again wanted the Tories out, great. So, but I didn't want it to be used again for all that shit. It's just
same
I can't. We've turned the Tories down years ago for it as well. They years ago they asked if they could use it. We told them to definitely do one.
Yeah,
but this one we tried to play it. We weren't even going to do any interviews, but we were convinced we should do some interviews, PR, whatever. Did it. But, I mean, we're more than things going to get better. We've done quite a few albums in the last few years, and I'm trying to promote that stuff, not that, we do it when it's live.
You see a lot of the old school bods get booked for PAs, and it's the same songs all the time, like Baby D, Let Me Be Your Fantasy, every time she PAs, but she's done other things. But no one ever books them for them.
Well, we try and not do the PA stuff. We were doing it a while back. We don't fit in with dancing anyway. You do one of those big raves. I think, they know things like that, but they want to hear more like Baby D. We come on, it's bang, bang, bang. We come on, it's not done. And it's like, what the fuck's this?
I think you'd be more suited like the 90s fest type.
Butlins,
where the bands are playing.
That's what we do. We do Butlins. I'll be honest, I've just taken
That's a winner, Butlins. He's fucking great.
They pay well as well.
Fucking great, Butlins. What a wicked weekend does they have?
Yeah, well, they have. They're full. I'd probably try and keep away from the punters out there because they look quite scary.
They're paying the wages.
They pay the wages, and you get to do now a gig, a proper live gig. That's the thing, and it goes down well generally. It's been the odd one that's been, but generally
I
it goes down well.
I did a 80s weekend for my stag do at Butlins.
Yeah,
that was fucking
messy.
We'd think so.
Proper messy.
Exactly. Everyone is absolutely fucking hammered.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've also got a bit of a DJ career in the background from Ream.
Yeah.
I know you've played for Money Pennies.
Jeez, yeah. Let's go back a bit.
Yeah. Who else? Where else has your DJ career took you?
Well, I mean, I was in London to start with anyway, so that's the thing. I was in the Brain, and Love Riders was massive, and that started when I started moving out of London. My place like Money Pennies.
Sorry, did the DJ even come before Ream?
Oh God, yeah. Late 80s.
Yeah, he said,
my first clubs I ran was 1990. That was ones I ran myself in London. But I was doing parties before that. I had a sound system in the late 80s. I used to take round like Surrey, which was quite mad. I don't know why I bought a sound system as well. But I was a bank clerk, and I just thought it'd be a good idea.
Do you believe by doing that then is brought you to the whole? So everything makes sense if you look back.
Exactly. I mean, I went to Glastonbury in 1990. That was and I had that sound system. I'm a Dodge fan. I couldn't even drive. I got my mate drove it. Well, most of it. Then we had an argument and made me drive the rest of it. I think.
We'll edit that out.
I had one of those.
Edit that.
What's the thing you put what's the thing you punt in and out to get the pool
choke,
kind of choking it.
I remember the choke in the car.
I drove as a big Dodge fan. I drove it. I couldn't drive. I drove it with the choke in. I forgot to take the choke out, or left it out, or put it in. I couldn't had an argument with me, and he refused to drive the van.
You're showing your age now, Al.
Oh, I really am. Yeah.
Fucking choke in the car.
It was an old van when I bought it. I was only when I bought it, I was about 19. 18, so I didn't have exact loads of money. So it was an old van then.
The last time I saw a choke on a car, it was on my granddad's. So you definitely showed your age a bit there.
Fucking choke.
What was it? Austin Allegro. That's what it was on, yeah.
If we go back to your DJ career, you talk about London a lot. Obviously, we can tell from your accent you're not from London.
No.
So was it the music aspect of why you up and went to London to pursue that career?
I moved down when Mum and Dad, when I was about 14, they moved down from Scotland, from Edinburgh. And then I was in Surrey, but I worked in a bank in London.
I wasn't expecting that, was you?
I worked in the bank for about 5 years. Till I was about 21. Yeah, I was so about 16 to 21, 5 years. So in Piccadilly in London. So it's a natural thing for me to move into London when I moved out.
Yeah,
with my mum. So that was it. And then because I was doing parties round, because it's quite vibrant in Surrey. All the old Boys On, I don't even remember the Boys On Rocketeers on that. They all used to live around that sort of era, that round that way anyway. So there's loads of parties going on, and that's why I had the sound system. So that's just got into an acid house was happening. So we were out all the time. That's where we used to go out to all those raves around the Orbital.
See, I just missed that era.
Yeah, so we used to literally do that thing where you get didn't know where you were going. You get a phone call. You phone a number. It still
happens, you know.
You know, does it still happen?
Yeah,
so you still do it, and then you start following the convoys to these places. And you turn out and be like 10,000 people. And
there's not quite 10,000 people turning up there, but that was
no.
Yeah, they still do the forest parties, don't they? Yeah, they still do
mental.
them.
So that's that. So music was a thing, and I bought records, and I bought decks when I started working. I had some money, so I bought some decks. I bought myself some.
What was your first decks?
1210. Well, no, not 1200s, but it wasn't. Actually,
the silver ones.
Prior to that, I used to do mobile discos. So my mate, when I moved down to England, my mate was a hospital radio DJ, and he did all the sixth form mobile discos. So I bought like the Dave, the little belt-driven Citronics. I think it was Citronic.
Yeah,
they had a thing, and they had two belts, and the belt should come off halfway through. Absolute mare. I DJ'd at proper clubs in the 90s. I went up to Edinburgh for the festival, and I was asked to DJ. I've been DJing in London. They'd heard me, so I'll come up on the cheap because back then, I wasn't known. I went up and literally had those belt. I was doing decks. Playing to about 1,000 people.
And Citronics.
With belt drive.
Belt drives. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable. I know.
So the DJing, do you approach the DJing different to the band, or do you get the same sort of buzz out of it? Because obviously, I know what buzz I get when I DJ, but I've never been in a band, so I don't know that side
the band
of it.
thing was quite difficult for me for years. I'm used to it now. And we're doing we do big gigs now. We've done quite a few big ones. And I'm all right now. I used to get quite... I've got better at what I do as well. I've given myself more things to do. I do a bit of singing and stuff as well. So I'm doing stuff as opposed to standing miming things and looking over at 5,000-6,000 people. Go,
Top of the pops.
But now I'm all right with it because you've got things to do. You focus and it's just a job, I suppose, but it's still a buzz.
Yeah.
When you've got like a few thousand people and they're cheering at something, it's quite mad. When we did Glastonbury last year, the cheer was quite incredible. It's like quite weird. But DJing is different. You don't really get that cheer unless you're the last DJ on anyway. But I like DJing. It's different now because back in the day, you're underground. Well, you're underground. You're playing new music all the time. And I didn't do the club classics things for years. I only just started doing it in the last couple of years.
Yeah, when I've seen you play, you've always played quite a cool sort of stripped back house. But
the money's not there. Money's not there now for doing the new stuff. I still do them and just do it at loss half the time.
Do you find a lot of promoters are scared of new music?
I think there's a level of that. I just think it's punters now with all that's gone on in the last few years with venues closing down and I think the kids now just not as interested. The people that like it are getting older, getting all familyed up and that and don't go out as much. So it's like...
Yeah, it's all about the day rave now, isn't it?
Yeah, and people can't... it's back in the day, not back in the day, it's only a few years ago, you had loads of parties on. There's still loads of stuff going on. But now there's not. And the Club Classics nights pay. Yeah. At the end of the day, pay better. So, and I wasn't doing it. And now, man's got to live.
So what's your most memorable moment behind the decks?
Oh,
one that stands out for you where you're standing there going, yeah, this is me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a few, but I remember the first time when I played. So I played Brixton Academy in '92. It was Mark Moore had who as expressed it was a shaming gig, and they were big then. So it was about '92 or something.
That's Mr. C and Richard West, yeah.
And they were playing Brixton Academy. Mark Moore couldn't do it last minute, and he asked if I would do it, and I was back in the day. I said, I used to go for it a bit. So I did Love Ranch, and I did it, it's about a 4 till 6 set, and I got there, and it was about 5. Well, it was Brixton Academy, it was about 5. People got there, and it's flat. I won't say the DJ was playing. He's quite a famous techno DJ, but it's flat. in it, and I got there, and I was off my twat. It really was. I went in there, I was like, they were giving me to try and calm me down. Saying, come on, calm. I went there, and I was saying it was really flat, just going nowhere. And I went in, and I just started playing. Oof, we've done it again. Started playing stuff like Donna Summer, I Feel Love, and mixed with acid house and stuff, and the place went mental. It was really good. And I was giving this DJ that.
Yeah, because people need. So back then, people wanted the energy. Didn't
I
they?
know. And this DJ, I say he's a famous DJ on Kiss FM, and his surname rhymes with Flavour.
Okay.
And his first name rhymes with Dolan. But it was just like that. There was no energy, and it lifted it to the end. So I really enjoyed that. That was great, just because it was like it felt good, and it was a massive crowd. At that time, it was the biggest sort of DJ crowd I played in front of. So that was good. And there's a few times I played with Roger Sanchez. I'm a massive fan of him, early Roger Sanchez. Yeah. I played with him about 93 at Love to Be, and he was on after me. And he was like, I played and went, man, you're the bomb. And I thought, I'll have that. Yeah, I'll have that. And that was a real good moment for me. So there's
I bet that was nice warming up for him then.
Yeah, it was. It was great. And him appreciating it, which is the thing. And that's you get that from your peers. That's like, that's great.
I got to warm up for Paul Wolford in Birmingham once. And that was a nice feeling, man, being trusted to be put in front of him on a lineup like. No, I thought that was pretty good. So, yeah, Ream festivals. I was doing a bit of research this week, and I was really shocked. I actually messaged you and said, "Oh, how many times have you played at Glastonbury?" Because I could only find the one from last year, which really surprised me.
That's right. Yeah, we were asked to do it a couple of times and not been able to do it for one reason or another. So last year,
I would have thought you'd have done it when you were at your sort of peak as such.
I don't think Glastonbury wasn't so huge, wasn't it, back in '93? I mean, I went in 1990 as a punter.
Yeah. And
it was about 40,000. Man, I don't think they even had a dance stage there. I mean, they had. I remember the Mondays played in that. I don't remember necessarily dance acts being on. Because I remember then we did Reading Festival in about '93, and that's the first time they had dance acts on. It was crap, by the way. Yeah. I think no one in the room. It was no one in the room at all. That's why they didn't have dance acts on then.
Yeah.
But it was. But I don't think so. So I think we had that run from '93 to 95. It's only a couple of year run when you think about it. With
what you did with the album. Yeah.
So then we had a break, and I think we were asked about 2010, 11. I can't remember what happened. Something happened. Because when we got back together, the payment we were offering, we were sort of self-managed, and it just wasn't enough. I remember that one. And then the year before last, when we did it last year. The year before, they asked us, and actually payment was quite good, but the stage was too small for what we wanted to do with the band, because we thought we would do it. I want to make sure we've got the band on, get some brass properly. And stuff. So last year, when we did it, I can't even, the Glade, the stage is big enough. I thought, you know what, the money was crap. We actually lost money, Pete and I, doing it, but it was worth doing because we were able to get, put something on. And I thought, we've got to do it. We can't keep turning this down because it's going to end up being we end up missing our turn. And that'll be it.
And that's it,
So we did it, and so that's the only time we've ever done it. Yeah, it was good. It was very, very good. It was stressful, but it was good.
What was energy like compared to other festivals?
It was really good. I think because as you alluded to earlier, we one of our ex-members of the band, Brian Cox, the scientist, I'd arranged for him to come back and play that gig. So I think, and we didn't mention it, but we put little words out on some interviews. So people had an idea, I think. So it was heaving, and it was proper heaving. So it was good. It was really good, actually. Yeah. I mean, look, we get some gigs festivals are difficult, no matter what it is, because it's a load of bands on, and not everyone's going to like every band playing. Yeah. That sometimes it's great when it goes off, but sometimes you can get a load of people there, and it's just like they're a bit like.
Yeah, bored from the last band.
When's the next band on? Play your hit. Just play your fucking hit.
Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. So
Do you know who he was on about when he's mentioned Brian Cox there?
No.
Do you know the scientist on the TV quite a lot now, Professor Brian Cox?
I don't watch TV though.
He don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, he made his career out of us.
He's a wanker.
Definitely.
He's a lovely guy.
Yeah, one of my questions on him, though, was did you ever imagine one of your bandmates was going to be such a prolific scientific celebrity?
When I knew him, but I know him now, still, but because he came in when I tail end when I was about to leave, and he was like a driver initially, just driving us around because he'd been brought in. He was at uni, whatever, did it, and he was pretty crap. But the next thing, because we used to have this, it was Pete and I in the band. We used to have this like hodgepodge of people behind us when we were on doing TVs. Suddenly one week it was someone done keyboards, someone else who didn't. No, they never actually did it. They were just miming or whatever. And so he'd been in a band before, like some rock band. So he was doing that, and I spoke. It's funny when I speak to him now. He seems to recall our conversations more than I recall. I was pissed a lot back then, and that's the thing. So it's difficult. He remembers the conversations more than I do. He's like, "Oh, do you remember this and that?" I'm like, "Nope, I don't remember it at all, mate. I'm sorry." He was there. I mean, you never think that. To be fair, it's got to be better than. Well, Ream didn't exactly go anywhere after he left. Henry did it for a while.
Do you think he's made more money?
I think he might have. I did check online as well, and I was a bit jealous.
Yeah, he's done quite well for himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
I'm gonna have to get a loan off him.
I've got one. Earlier on, you were saying that when you're doing like not PAs as such, but when you're performing, people always expect you to play the older stuff, and never. Have you got any new albums or any plans? Or
we've got a new album out now, which I would have brought you a copy of it, but I was rushed out the house today. I explained to you a lot about my situation with my mother. So we've got a new album out now. It came out a couple of weeks ago. We did one. We had one out in 22, I think it was, the last Open Hearts, Open Minds. But we've got a new one, Do It Anyway, out now. So, which we're in the middle of start of promoting. We're signed to Chrysalis Records, but working with actually best not diss a label. So let's reword that. Working with a label I thought would be great. And it's all right, it is good. But it's that thing, when you do it yourself, the one thing you do have is you can decide what you're actually doing. If you're going to spend money on something, just say you were going to do it.
Yeah.
But when you work at a label, you've got to ask them.
Yeah.
Ask them nicely. And they might not always say yes. So,
You find that difficult when somebody else controls your music?
Look, I'm pleased that they put it out. It's quite nice at our age that a label's going to come on and put something out for you because it costs a fortune, the last one. But, this one, it's different. So you'll sell more units with a big label, but obviously the profit margins are much smaller.
Definitely.
So it's and it's not all about profit. It's getting it out there. I just want it all out there. I want it. The fact that you don't know it's out and I'm on here shows exactly what I'm talking about.
I know.
Everyone, the whole world should know that our album's out. I want the label to put billboards everywhere. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, but and the radio don't touch us really. I don't know why. The major radio, apart from the old stuff, they don't really touch us. We get the odd. I mean, the first single album I remixed and Don Letts played it. So some people play it, but it's the remix, a dub remix, not the actual single. But the single's radio friendly, proper radio friendly, but radio to that's such hard work. I'm thinking of going out there and chain myself out to the office naked. And
play my music.
Just doing something, doing something really stupid to make sure they play, or at least get some press, because it's really hard work. Really hard work.
Do you still enjoy it? Because obviously you've been in the game a long time now.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, it is hard work now. A few years ago, making money out of it's really difficult. Gigs generally make a bit of money, but even they don't make as much as they used to.
No.
It's hard work doing it, and we don't help ourselves. There's loads of stuff we should be doing, like merchandise and that. It just seems like really hard work doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
it is.
Yeah, exactly. I can imagine. So, but I think we've got to do it. So we'll work on that. But it's I do enjoy it because it's better than working in an office and stuff. And I think now at my age, I've probably burnt those bridges as well. So I mean, I did have a job. I was a quantity surveyor up till before lockdown. I did it for quite a few years. I was making good money on it, but I decided to give it up to do that second to last album, and this one to get to chase my dream. Chase my D-Ream.
So chase your D-Ream.
There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Yeah, well, apart from the fact my bank balance is going. It was meant to go.
It's supposed to go the other way.
Yeah.
You got any plans for like a tour or mini tour or anything like that?
We do gigs, as I say. We've got a few little sort of standalone gigs that are just us doing it, but a tour. We'd like to do one, but crunching the numbers on that, we did it a few years ago, but quite a few years, 2010 we did it, and we did it ourselves, and it wasn't. You need a good promoter.
Yeah.
And someone who knows what to do, knows the area, does all that. Get me hanging.
I'm all right.
You need, a good promoter who knows knows the area, knows what they're doing, and he can fill the. It's only so much you can do yourself on your social media sites and all that, and whatnot.
And then Facebook want you to pay for the ads.
It's mad though.
Restrict you.
You see these gigs, so like you look at these bands from '80s, and you think, I remember them. They were alright. They weren't that big, and they're selling at these venues. And you look and these shitty little towns. Not that. Look, if you live in a shitty little town, I do apologise, but you know what shitty little towns are.
I know a shitty little town. I live in one.
Yeah. So, but they fill them. You think, how the fuck are they doing that? But then you look, it's a promoter who knows he knows his area, he knows what he's doing, and he knows how to get these people in. So, and we haven't got any of them yet. I could do with one coming along, and because then it's a lot of work. If you do a tour, and we're getting older, and Pete's even older than me, and doing 3-4 gigs in a week, it's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Traveling about everywhere, setting up, and he's obviously the main singer, his voice, keeping it,
Keeping it.
And his voice is, to be fair to him, is holding up quite well these days. So that's one thing he's got. I mean, obviously, if that gone, we'd be screwed. So, although I did do the vocals one night when he couldn't turn up, which was interesting. Even
how did that go?
It actually didn't go down as bad as it should have done.
So you can sing a little bit then.
I can actually sing. I don't like doing it, but I can hold a note.
Did it sound professional or did it sound karaoke?
No, it sounded professional because I luckily with the new stuff I wrote most of it with him. So all of it with him. So I do know it inside out. So it's been kind of done in a way that suits our voices. The older stuff, however, was luckily our keyboard player is in a 90s covers band, and he does the Ream songs. So you're the best singer. I said, you can have it, pal. You can have it. And our backing singer, girl was with that. She was very helpful. It was literally a last minute thing. It was the storms, and Pete lives in Ireland, so you can go. We were doing Butlins for nothing, and I phoned them to look. We'll pull out if you want. No, we need you to come on. I said they took some money off, grand, but whatever. I thought, you know what, I wasn't going to do. I thought just do it. Just do it. Just go for it. And I did it. I took some of the new stuff. I took the backing track and kept it with Peter and sang over the top of it, so I blended it in. It sounded all right. I listened to it on back on some of the tracks. Like, God, you sound all right there, Al. The funny thing is, I don't know the lyrics from some of the old songs, which is really bizarre.
Imagine that.
The night before,
I don't even know your own material.
I had to write it all out. I had sheets of paper in front of me writing it, so I did not know the lyrics. I thought, Jesus Christ, did we? I don't remember that at all. That was quite amusing. So yeah, it was good though. I wouldn't want to do it again, but I would if I have to. If Pete goes on holiday, we can have, instead of D-Ream, we could have D-Re or something. I don't know, or just Ream. I don't know.
But the thing is, it's like, I mean, I know it's not the same genre, but Oasis were the same when Liam never turned up. Noel had to sing all the songs, even the songs that were not.
To be honest, I know most people didn't want to hear Noel sing his own songs anyway.
Do you like Oasis?
I've actually been to see them 3 times, but I've never. I think they're all right. Yeah. I thought the first 2 I did enjoy the first 2 albums, to be fair, and then after that, not so much. But
do you think that they're the greatest ever rock and roll band?
No, I don't think they're even close to being the greatest ever rock and roll band.
Who's your top 3?
Well, it depends what you call band. I mean, I'm a big, massive Prince fan, so that's
but he's a genius.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's quite a lot.
So clever.
Yeah, so that's bands, rock and roll. But I mean, I like Radiohead. I'm a born fucker. I like Radiohead, and you Black Sea. That's Sabbath. I'm not really into rock music, to be honest. I like it, but I'm not. It's not my main genre.
So what's your thing?
More like funk and disco. I like indie stuff.
And
I do
listen to that as well as.
I listen to everything, to be honest.
Right. So this is what we're trying to say. When we have people like when we DJ and stuff, and it's either the bass-driven tech or the speed gauge or the house or the commercial, I never listen to anything I play.
Yeah.
Outside of DJing, I'm a country fan.
Yeah, I wouldn't really listen to. I'd never really listen to house music. I do listen to bits and bobs. House music is not something I really listen to.
So, what's your thing that you listen to?
I would listen to I do listen to a lot of new bands.
Yeah,
I mean, I do sort of try and keep up on what's going on because I'm making new music. Obviously, I've got to keep up on it. So, but if I'm sort of out there, I'd say I'll listen to Prince, Stevie Wonder, but all the old soul and stuff. And I really love the old soul. And I listen to stuff like, I tell you who I really like is God, I can't remember the names. Angel. I can't remember. I'm having an old person. It's actually quite country as it goes. It's they're a Swedish band. What are they called? That Angel. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, First Aid Kit. Something like, First Aid Kit? It's very country, very easy listening, but I love stuff like that. I love Radiohead. I'm a big The Cure, stuff like that. So old school, sort of that indie, old school indie, that goth sort of stuff. I like all that sort of things. But if I'm sitting in the car, it'd be probably funk or soul I'd put on if I was just going to.
Okay, so if Glastonbury approached you and said, "We're going to give you a stage.
Oh, right, yeah.
You've got 8 hours.
I like this.
Hour each.
Yeah.
You're on as Ream.
Right, okay.
Who you having?
7 other acts with you.
Wow. And any act.
Anyone you want.
But they've got to be alive, obviously.
Oh, yeah,
you can't have a dead act. That'd be difficult, wouldn't it?
Well, when I come up with this question, I sort of did it based on who I'd like to DJ with myself. So I had like Carl Cox.
Yeah,
and,
of course.
You know, people who I aspired to as I was younger.
I'd have just said I would have
anything you want. You're
Radiohead.
in charge of that stage.
I'd have Radiohead without a doubt. Just put tickets out, and hopefully I'm going to get some for that. But we'll see. I'd probably put the Cure on. I would. Now it's an old school one who's still alive. I'd have Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And then let's see. I chuck First Aid Kit on there, just something new. I like who do I like? It's God, that's 4. So I've got 3 more to do.
That's 5.
Oh, that's
5 because D-Ream's.
Oh yeah. So 3 more. That's
three
right.
More,
so I did say 3. Yeah, I'm still there. I'm still on it. The Scotland World Cup squad from 1978. We have a dream.
A brief appearance.
Who else would I? I'm trying to go through my what's been a put my thing. I'd probably put Madness on.
Yeah,
for a bit of an old school thing because I've never. What? I mean, I've met Suggs as well years ago. I've never seen him live. Never seen him live. I've seen a special. I prefer the specials, but they've obviously. Well, Terry's dead now anyway. And I've seen them live, but I never saw Madness for some reason. I sat outside the park when they first did the Madstock thing. Mates couldn't afford to go in, so I didn't go in. I won't tell you what we did outside. Yeah, we had a nice time in the sun. Put it that way. And like that. So yeah, chuck Madness in there for a bit of a fun bit, and then who would I get? I'd like some Michael Kiwanuku or something probably. And
is he the
soul guy? Yeah. I like him.
Yeah.
He's got a great voice, and maybe something like Squeeze because my mate does the sound for him, and Squeeze are great. Yeah. And they're still great live.
There was no DJ now whatsoever. No, Roger. I was expecting to say.
Nah, I wouldn't put a DJ on at Glastonbury. You know, that's the thing. It's I'd do the DJ in between anyway.
Yeah,
can't get better than that.
Nice.
Al's the DJ in between.
That's how you fill a stage at Glastonbury, by the way. Yeah.
Okay. One more based around that type of thing then. Desert Island.
Yeah.
You're lost, and your iPod's there, and it's got 3 albums on.
Ooh.
Which 3?
Right. Parade by Prince, without a doubt. That's there. And
I got 1999 on that one.
No, it's got Kiss, Another Lover, Boys and Girls and Boys. It's just, everyone always says Sign of Times, and I love Sign of Times. And I went to see it live last week, actually. The reworked version of it. But I was like Parade. And then, Joni Mitchell, Blue.
Okay, now.
Yeah, I love that album.
Fucking, I was not expecting.
Really?
That's Mitchell.
Proper, that's one of my favourite albums of all time. That so, it's that's one. And I tell you what, and I'm going to base this purely on the most listened to on my and it helps. It's the Blade Runner soundtrack, Vangelis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's something I listened to at night. I used to, especially when I was single, I'd put it on at night and it helped me drift off to sleep until the bloody Blade Runner theme tune comes in, and then it wakes you up again. But yeah, Joni Mitchell, but yeah, Prince. I mean, look, that can chop and change any day. There's like music in my mind, Stevie Wonder, stuff like that. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On is a classic.
Based on your mood.
Any Radiohead album, just about for me, I could listen to. So it's based on, yeah. But those 3 are always out and about.
The Joni Mitchell one's like shocked me. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, because her words are powerful.
That album's amazing. River, the song River.
She's so like vocally intense.
Yeah.
To get the message across. Not many people have ever said that name to me. When you said it, I was like, wow. Okay. Do you know who Joni Mitchell is?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
that's why it blew my mind.
I am going
like,
to, as soon as I finish here,
it's a bit laid back.
The one thing I'm going to look at.
A bit laid back.
Yeah.
I did like laid back, like a lot of the new school stuff.
Well,
I'm
not a big
stuff.
Christmas man. I don't do Chris. I'm not a big fan. I'm a bit of a humbug when it comes to that. My son, I always make sure he's got his stuff. But I'm not. But River, the song River and it's got little Chris's overtones in it. And I always think, favourite Chris's song, I'll say Joni Mitchell, River. And that's as close as I'm going to get to Chris's song. So you just have to go with that. So
fair enough. Have you got any stories?
A good one as well.
Like little stories, maybe something that's happened on tour or...
I suppose the best one is one of the best is my final appearance on Top of the Pops, which I was told would be my final appearance by the producer, and it was. Yeah. I got the opportunity to go on again anyway, thankfully. So it was never put into practice whether I was going to be allowed on again or not. But I used to drink quite a bit back in the day, so we were doing Top of the Pops, and the radio people from Warner's turned up and said, your manager, he wasn't my manager, it was Peter's manager, said, you're not allowed to drink. So I was like, eh? I said, well, I'll tell you what, we'll make this clear. If you say I can't drink, I'm not going to go on stage, so you best get me some booze. So instead of going, sensible person would have gone and got me a 4-pack of beer or something, something like that. But they came back, oh, there's fucking booze. So I just went mad. Got really pissed. And it's funny because there was some of the things happened. There was Manic Street Preachers were on that day. It's when Richie, is it Richie, the one that died? The one that died. I
know, yeah.
But him, so it's when he was sort of, they all went, and he was the one that did that for real thing, his arm. So they were like, mad. So I'm thinking, you lot are all really boring. I'm going to go and find some people to party with. And they were next door room, so I burst in the room. Wow! And they're all sitting there drinking green tea. Like,
wow.
Who the fuck are you? Get out! And that was that. I was like, okay, that's that. Like that, you're not as fun as I thought. And we were having lunch, and so it was a temporary producer. It wasn't the main producer who Top of the Pops. It's this guy who became the producer. I can't remember his name. He's sitting there, and we were having lunch with him. And Peter's manager obviously was doing these really, really right geezer, gives all these shit all the time, like fucking geezer. He'd obviously managed to wangle the lunchroom, and this guy's sitting there going, "How much I hate dance music." I'm sitting, I'm pissed. I'm like, "Fucking see then, what?" And then there's fucking talking about man, you prick. Like dance music. He said it was because it's all keyed, it's all programmed, and I went off it and just called him all the names. I said, marks heads in his hands. But when we got on to do the take that were on that day. It's funny. When I spoke to Robbie downstairs that time, we were both sick of it. Oh, that's before he left the band. First time I met him, only time I met him actually. And it's like he was like, we could tell he was going to leave because he was like, send me. They're on, and all these girls kept concerts. A real pain in the arse for the guys in this top studio that day because these girls they're just going on the stage causing havoc because you rehearse it first. You do rehearsal first, and then you do the live take. So we would. It had a hard day. We were doing a take, and I was drunk. And I used to have this mixing desk thing, and it fell over. Didn't take. It just fell over. And it got really fucked up. And so they just took the camera away from me, and just split it, and just said, "Keep running, keep rolling." Just thinking, you're a fucking liability. You'll never be allowed to Top the Pops ever again. I was like,
fucking great.
Well, no, and I left the band not long afterwards. So I had to stay in the band because Pete was on there all the time for a while. Yeah. It would have been put into practice, but we'll see. I think of it. Yeah, I think they probably would have forgotten by the time I got there. To be honest, so
probably more of
a yellow card and a red card. But yeah, it's a Manic Street Preachers one when they walked in. I met him again. It's funny. We did a Radio 1 road show in Wales, and they were obviously the headline act because this road show. So they were up. And at the end of it, this is stuff I used to hate about the band. You had to do this walk down the
red carpet.
Well, not the big stage thing. It went down.
Oh,
yeah.
You
had to do the walk down and do that after the gigs. And I loved La Tristessa Doyera, Manic Street Preacher song, which is the song we did on that show. So I just walking down, and there's the singer. What was his name? I can't remember his name. And so I just said, "Oh mate, really love your song." And he just sort of treated me like real disdain. I couldn't think it was just because he was a prick, or if he remembered me busting in the dressing room. So that's the thing.
Could have been either.
Yeah, but I think he was a bit of a dick. So I was saying, mate, I really like your song. I could say, yeah, not bad. I didn't expect to say, yeah, I really like your song. Just say, yeah, cheers, mate. And he just, not bad. Anyway, happy days.
Fair enough. Right, looking back on your journey then, as Ream, MacKenzie, Glastonbury, DJ gigs, whatever. What's your proudest moment?
I I suppose at the end of the day, it has to be. I mean, I love going on Top of the Pops first time because it's a thing as a kid you used to watch. So that was like mad.
We've had you and our last guest both been on Top of the Pops.
Yeah. I've been on Top of the Pops.
You have?
In the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
And I was surprised how much of a farce it is.
Oh, it is a joke. I know, it's tiny.
L Street Studios, I was like, what the fuck?
I know, it's not...
Not what you see.
No, it's not... even the dressing rooms are shit, it's not as glamorous as people make out. But I suppose, even though I'd left the band, having a number one single is pretty... it's quite impressive, so... Regardless of the...
Would you like to be on Jules Holland instead, though?
I would, and I still would. And I've been trying to get, for years, our agents and people that... Because some people know... You know Jules Holland? Here's a fun fact. Jules Holland played... the second album, which I didn't do, Shoot Me With Your Love, Jules Holland played the piano on it.
Did he?
Wow. So Pete and him must have fucking fallen out for him not to put us on his show.
Yeah.
Do you think that having a number one back then is the same as having a number one now?
Oh, much harder back then.
Yeah.
So it's better.
Better, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but you're selling vinyl and CDs. It's not based on streams and shit like that.
We had this conversation, didn't we?
This
nonsense.
It's
now.
hard work. It's hard work. We had no social media, nothing like that. People had to actually you had to listen to the radio, watch TV, or saw the band out.
Yeah.
Or, went to nightclubs or whatever. That's how you sold records. Yeah. Not having people hype it, hype it, and be big. Streams.
Which do you prefer?
Oh, the old days.
Yeah, same,
new album. We've done new album. We've done it. It's double vinyl. On your album, so we still do hard.
Yeah,
I mean they're not selling, but we've
so
done it anyway.
The DJ thing, it's like, back in the day, you could go to the record shop. You only had a certain amount you could spend, so you couldn't get every record you wanted.
Absolutely.
So everyone's record collections were different.
Yeah,
but now it's like, I've got the same DJ set as him. He's got the same as me.
You can get anything, and if you don't want it, you can go on what's that thing, Soul Seek or something, and put it in and find it.
Find it for you
but
anyway.
Then, you'd hear a DJ play something, and if you didn't have the balls to go up and ask what it is, you'd have to try and remember it in your head. I'll tell you, a classic one. This would be 1987 or something. It's the first time I heard "Strings of Life."
Yeah.
So I'm in a rave, a big rave back then, a warehouse back then. I heard this. I thought.
What is that?
So I used to live in Surrey, so I've gone to Beggar's Banquet in Kingston. Dave Jarvis, who runs the Faith Party, he was the guy behind the, I remember telling the story years later, and he remembered it because he was gutted. So I've gone in, and I said, I was at this place, I heard the song, it's like Chinese Bells. Chinese Bells, it's fucking piano. It's Chinese, but anyway, but he said, I know what it is. He said, I don't like it. Pulled it out, the original white label, off Strings of Life, Transmat, 12-inch. He said, I don't like it, mate. This is it. And it was it. How you got it from Chinese Bells, I do not know. Sold it to me, and of course, it's his only copy.
Wow.
And he said years later, remember after it, he's like, what the fuck have I done?
What was the artist on that now?
It's Rhythm. It's
Theory.
It's Rhythm to Strings of Life. It's Rhythm to what's his fucking name? It's Derek May anyway.
Derek May, yeah. Derek May did it, yeah.
I'm having a complete...
Derek
rhythm, something rhythm. For God's sake.
It's not Rhythm to Rhythm.
No, Rhythm to is another one,
we'll have a look in a second, but it's definitely Derek May. That's what
Derek May, that's all that matters.
That's what on the record I've got, that's all I've got written down, Derek May, Strings of Life.
But it's so that was we're going out and hearing Chinese Bells. Now, any other rec shop you'd gone in, like, what the hell are you talking about? But at least he had an idea. He knew what our jugged up minds were like then. But that's what you used to do, though. You'd hear something, you just have to try and remember it in your head. And that's my phone going off.
Rhythm is rhythm.
Rhythm is rhythm. So rhythm to rhythm is near enough.
It's close, wasn't it? Close.
Yeah.
Rhythm is rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from obviously where we met, Tempest, being behind the counter, the amount of things I used to get hummed at me.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Mate, have you got the one that goes? Mate, have you got the one with the female with the female singing?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man. I got about fucking 500 records this week with the female singing. But we used to get that all the time.
No, it's great. But that's it's great. As you say, that's how you get your collection. People have different. Look, remember the back of the day with the DJ, the vinyl used to cover the centre. They used to put a thing over the top to make sure people couldn't tell what it was. That used to really piss me off. Even as another DJ, you make, come on, mate, come on. Surely you're out there. That's the whole point. You're meant to be playing new music so people hear to sell the records.
Sell it, yeah.
Not hide it from people so they didn't know what it was. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I used to do it myself.
I've had that a couple of times. I've had it a few times where I've gone, what's this?
I do it now, USB. When I play the track, I come off the track. So it's not on the screen. I come off into a different album. So people are looking. It's a wrong song.
Good stuff.
Right. Final question then.
Right.
What's next for
It's 9 inches.
9 inches?
That's how big it is, yeah.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I have seen it.
Talking about your fucking ego.
It's bigger than that.
What is
In
your...
9 inches anyway. What's next for Al?
Everything as a whole.
What can we expect from Al, Ream, anything?
I'll tell you, I'm doing. I've got my got my Field of Dreams project, which I've got a label, underground label. I've been doing that for years. We've got a new EP we're working on, which is interesting. We've got we've got some drum and bass toaster book on one of them, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be, but it's some more sleazy acid thing. But he's doing. We've got that. That's coming. I'm working with some guy, Dave Barber, also really quite well known drummer. I'm working on a thing with him at the moment. That's in its infancy. He's done the drums. I've just got to work at what I'm going to do with the tracks and stuff. Do stuff for that. Other EPs, Jesus, solo stuff. Dream.
So you're still going to be around for a little bit.
A lot. Well, we've got to promote this album for one.
Yeah.
Do it anyway. Buy it. It's
We'll get to that.
Yeah. So we've got to do. We've got some other tracks. We did so many tracks last album. There's some sitting there, so I think I want to get them out as well. I've got to try and tour it and get more gigs. I've got a few years in me yet on that because basically it's the one way to make some money is doing gigs. So I'll be doing that for a few years, and then I'd like to. I actually just want to make as much money as possible very quickly so I can put feet up and stop having to do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Do you think you will stop?
Nah. You can't stop doing music, can you?
It's a bug, isn't it? It's like an addiction that you can't get out.
It's like Gussie said last week. I quite like the way he phrased it. Music's never finished. It's always abandoned.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah. That's true. It's funny. Pete had a funny story. Right? I say funny story, not funny, but it's he mixes with more sort of celebrities and that. And I think it was Dave Stewart or was a guy from New Order, but they said to him, they said the same thing. They said, with tracks, you never know when. Sometimes a track will never be finished. Sometimes you just got to stop it. It's got to a point, but you'll never be happy with it, no matter what. You just got to. So that's the thing with music. We've done this new album.
Producers are your own worst critics. God,
I listen to stuff and think, Jesus, why lyrics? I'm like, why have we left that lyric like that? We should have done this. And I think we've spent 2 years doing this. So that's that. I can't stop making music because it's just what you do.
Part of you.
I know. And I do know when I put something together, I think that's shit. And I can ditch some stuff straight away.
Yeah.
But then when you get a little thing going and it's all right, I don't care as long as I think it's all right, that's all that matters.
It's in your blood, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once you get
once you've created something that people enjoy, that bug, I don't think it ever goes away.
So how old were you when you actually first started this? I'm into music. I want to do music. I've got the taste for it. This is me.
I mean, I was listening to music from a young age, but I got a drum machine and my brother's mate sold me a drum machine. I don't know. I worked in a bank then, and I just knocked up some bits together. You could put little samples in it as well. So I remember but I did that. And I remember going, I taped it and I was listening to my Walkman and going, this is great.
So late teens, early 20s.
So late teens. But then when I started doing it seriously would be when I met Peter in 1990 or 91,
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is once you think,
DJing
for me.
But DJing when I moved down
music
south.
as a whole.
Well, music as a whole, my dad always had records, so I always bought records from quite a young age. So I was always, as soon as I got money, it's either clothes.
Yeah.
I loved the specials. So about 78, 79, I suppose specials thing would be the first thing I bought. So about 79, I started buying sevens, basically.
My mum had Michael Jackson, Bad, and Queen albums.
Yeah.
They were the ones that
my mates
used to listen to around the house.
I told you before, mine was Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah. I like a bit of Rumours.
Yeah. I had Rumours and Tango in the Night.
Tango in the Night, which is,
Very
Family
good.
Man, Arthur Baker mix. Very, very, very good.
Okay.
Right.
Before we wrap this up, do you want to tell...
I was just going to say, right, we are going to go to a break. Hopefully, Al's going to stick around to do some getting the bins and a few dilemmas.
Before then?
But before then, if you want to plug...
Tell everyone where they can get all your
music.
music.
Where you can get your album, your music, your Bandcamp, whatever.
Yeah, we have got a Bandcamp, the Ream Bandcamp on there. We are promoting a new album, Do It Anyway, which is really, really good, honestly, Gov. All the signed copies are sold out, unfortunately. But you can get signed albums, vinyl albums, double-coloured vinyl albums, even.
Yeah, I've seen them. Red and green.
Red and green, that's right. But they're on Amazon only. Bit annoyed with it being on Amazon only, but that's the record company for you.
The way record companies working it.
And that's it. So they wanted the exclusive, so they got it. But yeah,
I'm gonna have a look.
Bandcamp is full of lots of treats.
You put your Field of Dreams stuff on there as well.
Field of Dreams is on Bandcamp as well, which we, that's Field of Dreams kind of ticks over quite nicely with the vinyl we do. It always sells out. There's a few bits and bobs left on it, but not much. But it's that's Bandcamp's the best for everything. I stand by Bandcamp. I don't care what anyone says.
I do like Bandcamp.
Look, it does. More of the money goes in musicians' pockets, which has got to be a good thing.
Yeah.
So, but at the end of the day, Spotify, if that's what you want.
Go on Spotify, stream it, and we earn 0.003 pence
exactly.
per play, and that's if you play 60% of it.
But that's that's what people do, don't they? So that's the way it goes. So yeah.
Right, we're going to go to a break then, and the song for the break this week is Bass Dominators Nowhere, which is on Criminal Records. You can get it on Bandcamp and stream it on all good platforms. See you after the break.
Welcome back to the second half of the Ranting Raving Podcast with me, Wayne Scott Fox, Mickey Williams, and of course, Al MacKenzie.
Hello.
And what did you think of that tune, which was Bass Dominators Nowhere? What do you think of it, Mickey?
Obviously, I like it because I made it.
So the second half, then, as you know, is when we get down nitty gritty with the viewers. You send in your dilemmas, your naughty steps, and your get in the bins. And this week, obviously, we're going to ask Al for his opinion on some of them. So let's get started with In the Bin. Here goes the sound effect now.
Welcome to Get in the Bin. In this segment, we ask the people of our society to speak out, to tell us what truly enrages them. The habits, the horrors, the everyday evils that they believe should be cast into oblivion, never to be seen again. And so, with the deepest of curiosity, we now explore their suggestions.
What do you think of that, Al?
What What? Very good.
Is it long-winded though?
It's quite long-winded.
It needs to be shortened.
I think it could shorten a little bit.
Thank
you.
you.
Why are you arguing for this every week? I'll sort it. I ain't had time.
Right, come on then, Mickey. This is all Mickey's section now.
Right.
Jess from Birmingham. She wants to chuck in the bin lads who take their shirts off in nightclubs. Nobody asks for a sweaty torso rubbing against me in snobs.
I absolutely have to agree.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I've never done it myself, and I don't really like it.
Come on, if they're in a mess and it's red hot, and let's say Subway, for example, it's
Yeah, but-
sweating like crazy and you're off your fucking
You know,
face.
so it's usually the gym boys that do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, people like me, I ain't taking my top off in the middle of the club. You know
Why
what
not?
I mean?
Body
and
of a god.
no skinny little pigeon chest lads doing it either, are they?
Oh, you get a few. Skinny guys,
It's
yeah.
mainly the gym boys, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I could do it, obviously, but I don't.
Obviously. Right, like, so you agreed that should go in the bin.
Oh, absolutely.
And you,
100%.
okay, then let's put that in.
Right, Amir in Dudley. People who don't wash their hands in public toilets and then they touch the doors, the rails, and even their own faces. Germ factories.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's a question, is it? Let's be honest. That's just personal hygiene.
Yeah, that's 100%. It's not, we shouldn't even discuss that.
It shouldn't be discussed.
That's just a yes.
Yes. Go on then, Amir. Everybody's already in agreement on that one.
There's just no discussion with that one either. It's just wrong altogether on levels.
Right, Martin from Solihull. Solihull.
Was it Solihull?
Yeah, we say
say
Solihull.
It's actually Solihull.
We say
But I'm
Solihull.
not from up here, so.
No,
But I did live near there.
We say Solihull.
Oh, you did say Solihull?
But if you're from Solihull, it's Solihull.
Oh, right. Is that like Streatham being St. Wreatham?
Yeah, it's got to be that little bit posher, pretending they're not from Brum.
St. Wreatham, I like that.
Right, Martin wants people who post RIP statuses about celebrities they've never even mentioned before.
Yeah, it's a funny one, that, and I've got to be careful because I know a lot of my friends. I wouldn't do it. I don't even post RIP things about people I know.
Yeah.
Because I just find it a little bit. I don't believe in any afterlife and all this shit.
who
And
are
they ain't going to see it, are they? Let's say you say RIP so and so, they ain't going to see it because they're dead.
Yeah, and the other thing is, who are you telling?
I know.
Your
exactly.
Facebook's full of people, especially if you're followed for music. It's full of people you don't even know.
Look, each to their own. If you want to, if you feel, I'm not going to have a go at people for doing it because I think it's, some people feel it's a way of expressing emotion or whatever. It's not for me, but
Well, Martin's
Yeah,
finished.
but do you think it's wrong if somebody says R.I.P.?
No, I don't know if I'd necessarily put it in the bin.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't do it, but I can see why people do, and I don't think it's.
Well, he's finished his email with performative grief junkies.
No, it's just a market. Yeah, for example.
I get it.
Right, so how many people recently did you see people say R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Do you think that's wrong for people to say R.I.P.?
I don't think it's. I don't think necessarily
Well,
wrong. I would do
this
it.
guy wants that as that stupid. It shouldn't be done. Put it in the bin.
I don't. I mean, I just sometimes there are some people who just think, oh, you just trying to draw attention to yourself. As
Yeah,
opposed to,
that's what I think he's getting at.
But
yeah.
I would have put in the bin. Probably not.
No.
I don't agree with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying R.I.P. to people. I said R.I.P. to Astro.
What
A lot
about
of people said R.I.P. to my band.
what about people who post happy birthday, Nan? You would have been 106 today.
Well,
Yeah,
see
that's
that again.
fucking ridiculous.
That's just weird.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That one would go in the bin.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just, that's
Yeah, happy heavenly birthday.
She wouldn't be 106 today because she died when she was 74.
Yeah, and not just that. Maybe she's not in heaven.
Yeah.
Maybe she might have been a right little girl.
And she can't read it on Facebook because they haven't got that in heaven either.
I know. Well, how do you know?
Well, we don't, do we?
So the one they're saying R.I.P. to celebrities because I've said it to bands that, like I said, Astro and Brian. So I don't agree that should go in the bin. But the other one, like that heavenly birthday and to my nan, and like that is. But it's a selective topic. But this one, no.
No. Okay, sorry, Martin. That one isn't going in the bin. Ryan from Birmingham. I think this one's going to be pretty straightforward. People who spit in public places, pavements, bus seats, etc., etc.
Well, I mean, if you say it shouldn't, then there's obviously something wrong with it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Spitting,
As I say, it's pretty straightforward.
I mean, I
on
get why footballers spit.
Yeah.
I get that. And in some other sports,
What, Jamie Carragher when he spat in that girl's face?
No.
But to be fair, Man United fan, I'd probably do the same.
But just general when you see him just spitting on the streets. And,
No,
it's
not
nah,
nice.
it's fucking disgusting. No, in the bin.
Definitely in the bin. That one. Right, let's see how you all work at home with this then. Carl from Redditch.
Okay.
People who don't replace toilet roll when it runs out and they just leave the cardboard roll on the holder.
That happened. You know, this morning when you called me, where was I?
On the shitter.
And I was screaming at Jade, "Someone please bring me some toilet roll." That's why I was late.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wrong. I'll tell you what's wrong. When you do replacing it, putting it with
The opposite way
the wrong
around.
way round.
Yeah,
Are you one of them? Are you?
That's become on the outside, mate, not on the inside.
I find that worse than not replacing it.
No,
Do you have?
it's not
Yeah.
that. Ain't worse than not replacing it. If you've had a massive shit and you still got, and there's no toilet roll, that is not good. If no one's in the house,
we get away with it in my house because
you don't wipe your arse.
Yeah, that. But we, where my toilet is, the roll's in front of us there. But there's like a little shelf here that the missus stacks.
Right, let me
them
tell
all
you.
Well,
on.
no, she stacks exactly.
So
My
it's just to
poor
reach
mother,
around just to grab
my
it.
poor mother seems to think that putting all the loo roll in the wardrobe in a bedroom that's not used is where to put it. So she's got toilet downstairs and upstairs. She never stocks. So you're in there. You've got 3 loos in that tiny house, and there's no loo roll, and you've literally got to walk with your kicks around your ankles to the bedroom to get. It's not good.
So what we're saying? In the bin?
I'm bending that. Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
go on. Yeah.
2, 3. Full house on that one for Carl. Right. You got any get in the bins, Al?
Anything you want to throw in?
Oh,
There's got to be something that pisses you off that shouldn't happen.
yeah, but you don't do politics. So. Otherwise,
Anyway,
can we
Mickey.
chuck Nigel Farage, chuck him in the fucking bin.
Mickey, yeah, let's fucking hell. No, I avoid
Let's
all
leave that one.
Have you got any, Wayne?
No.
No.
I fucking have.
Go on.
Weddings.
Weddings.
Yeah.
Weddings should get in the bin. Do you know why?
Why?
I'm all for it. I mean, yes, he's married to my sister. He is.
Right.
You're
You're not brothers.
No.
Just checking.
That does happen.
London now, innit?
That does happen in this area quite a lot.
I've heard this.
So I went to my sister's wedding, my
Right.
youngest sister's wedding yesterday, and it's cost me nearly $1,000
Yeah.
for hotel rooms. I had to buy my son a suit and shoes and everything. Fucking taxis.
Yeah.
The drinks there were extortionate in prices.
We discussed this earlier.
Fucking
and
joke, man.
Yeah.
I'd be happy if I was never invited to a wedding again.
Stag
Yeah.
do's. The stag do's. Why can't I have a stag do just at the pub?
Yeah.
No, why has it
What
got to be
happened to
abroad
that?
for a week?
Fucking Benidorm for a week.
I know, it's
and
just-
you've got to spend dough every night
Yeah.
and you're going to this show and that show.
I'm
Start
winning
getting
the
married
card.
I'd,
Oh,
like I
absolutely,
said,
yeah.
I'd be happy if people didn't invite me to their wedding. I wouldn't take offence to
I
it.
can't stand them, to be honest.
I don't
even
like
my wedding.
I don't like wearing a suit anyway.
Nah.
Shirt and trousers. You've never seen me in shirt and trousers unless it's at a wedding or the funeral. That's the only time I ever wear them. I'd be quite happy to never be invited to one again.
Don't get me wrong, it was nice to see my sister so happy and smiling.
Oh,
But
give her a few years.
But overall, I was just like, it just wore me down.
Yeah.
And where we were, she had some little barn thing in the middle of fucking nowhere that took 25 minutes from the hotel to get to.
Ugh.
Then you had to book the taxi an hour before to make
To
sure you
get
can
back.
get to her. But guess what? Where we were, there was no signal for your phone.
Marvellous.
So my sister said, don't worry. We've ordered a convoy of taxis all here to be at 12 o'clock. I wanted to go at 9 o'clock.
You got to wait till
I
12.
couldn't do
now.
nothing. I stayed until 12 o'clock to get a fucking taxi home.
So weddings, Wayne's, I'm in agreement.
I'm there.
There you go, Wayne. You're happy about that, aren't you? He's don't normally make it in the
Go,
bin.
Wayne.
Okay, last one then from me. And this is something that I noticed in the 6 weeks holidays, and it happens every 6 weeks holidays. You see a post on Facebook. When do the kids go back to school? Fuck me, they're your kids.
Isn't this more
It's your school.
It's just Facebook. This goes back to the RIP thing as well, to be fair. It's just people want attention. You know, everyone knows you just go on Google. You can it's
Fucking
a piece
Google
of
it.
piss. Exactly.
Whatever school they go to, type it into Google.
But it's the same
Type
as someone
term
says,
time.
does anyone know an electrician? And I think, well, of course you fucking know an electrician. Well, you don't know one, but you can get one easily.
Go on Google, and Google will show you loads of places like fucking Checker Trade and stuff like that.
This one has shocked me because normally he comes out with shit. And I'm like, Mickey, why are you moaning about
I must have
this?
seen it in the last 2 weeks before they went back.
But this is a good one.
I must have seen it about fucking 4 or 5 times.
This is a good one.
And I get that link. There's a website called Let Me Google It For You. So I go onto there and then I type in when the kid's back at school, insert school here, and then I copy the link and paste it into the comment. And then all you got to do is click it and put the school name in. And you know what I mean?
You're
It's
told.
Like,
They're given letters or whatever. You're told
Mate,
when your kids go
the schools, they've got apps and everything now.
Exactly,
You can go
all
on the
that.
app and
You
it
know, the
tells you.
homework. My
Go
son-
on their Facebook
My son
page
does
and it
homework
tells
on
you.
the app. It's like,
Yeah.
it's all done. It's all there.
Do you know how I knew when Ethan went to school? I asked him.
Exactly. It's simple, isn't it?
When you're back at school, son? Wednesday. Okay, cool.
It's fine, didn't see. 3 weeks.
Wednesday.
Yeah, so lazy parents
Yeah.
in the bin.
fuck 'em.
Right. Now,
Right, Wayne. Now we're on to
dilemmas.
Got a story that's mad? Don't keep it hush. Like my neighbor caught me knocking one out in a bush. Wife did you dirty. Your dad crossed the line. Send it to the lads. It's dilemma time.
That's me. Think that
Yeah.
rap.
Excellent.
he wishes. Was that one a bit better than the last one?
Yeah.
Bit shorter.
These are intriguing.
Right.
And the one I've got today, this guy's obviously wrote this in because of something that I've said in one of the podcasts previously.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So this is from a guy called Mark in Birmingham. And he's gone, "Hi, boys. I've been married for 6 years in Birmingham. Last month," why did you say that? I've been sexy for 6 years in Birmingham. "Last month, my wife told me she wanted to explore her sexuality. I agreed, thinking it might spice things up. She invited a friend over and the three of us ended up in bed together. It was insane, but also confusing. She's still my wife, but part of me feels jealous. I don't know how to navigate this new dynamic and I'm scared it might ruin us if I can't handle it." So his missus has brought a bird over. He's had a fucking
Well, I
threesome.
wanted to clarify that actually because I didn't say that. Was
Yeah,
it?
no,
But
no.
when he said I'm confused, I thought we were going to be taking one up the arse.
Nah. So it's,
Yeah, that's why he's confused.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong
Yeah,
with it.
but
by
that's
the
why
way.
he's confused because he thought he was getting a bit of bum bum.
No,
and instead he had
come
it
on.
up the bum
Let's
bum.
not fucking rinse him now because I've mentioned this in the past. How if you ask a man what his sexual fantasy is, 99.9 times they will say 2 women.
Yeah.
Every man's fantasy.
Seems like a hard work to me, to be perfectly honest.
Keeping one happy is
exactly.
fucking hard enough, man.
But I've actually stated like mine isn't that. Mine would be if I was going to have 2 women, it would be my girlfriend ordering me to do something which I know is wrong. So my kicks would be out of her telling me do this to her and do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where this guy, he's allowed his missus to.
Select a friend.
Yeah, and so he's had a threesome. He's obviously seen his missus licking a box. She's liked it too much, and now he feels jealous.
Yeah.
Or watching her box licked and he feels jealous.
Well, whatever, yeah.
Is this a dilemma?
There may be no box licking.
Oh,
Yeah, it might just-
there's definitely box licking.
Yeah.
There's definitely something gone on that's made him feel jealous.
Yeah.
It's,
So,
Each
what's
their
he
own, isn't
actually asking then? Is he asking, yeah, I don't know how to navigate this, so how does he navigate it?
He's
Well,
watched his missus go with another woman,
For
Yeah.
me,
and he's jealous because he feels like that's cheating.
It's
But
quite
he's
simple.
obviously fucked the bird as well.
yeah, of course he has, because that's what his missus asked him to do.
it's quite simple, isn't it? If you're unsure, try it again, and if you still feel like that, knock it on the head.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's each to their own. If that's what they like, she's enjoying it, and she's quite happy with it, and what's he jealous about? She's the one.
yeah, she's...
She's the one sort of saying. Again, listening from one woman's moaning. I don't know if I could. I'm not even that bothered about girls licking each other out. It's not really.
No.
I think I got over that when I was about 18.
See, with me, I'm looking at it in 2 ways. One, yeah, she's bisexual. She's getting you into sleeping with women with her, which is great for the rest of your life, and you don't have to be jealous about it because she's still married to you. 2, she's going to turn around to you and say, "Well, I've let you fuck a woman, so now,
Well, now there's,
Yeah.
there's a problem.
now,
Now you're going to be touching balls.
Now I want to be your mates." Yeah.
Yeah.
Alternatively, she could be exploring the swinger side of things.
Well, he could turn around that scenario. He could say, "Well, I'll tell you what. Before we go there, let's get another bird, put a strap on her, and we'll go there, and we'll just see how you like that. And if you really like that, then we could go with the bloke one, and by which time, do one."
Getting the strap on. We've sort of discussed this before.
Nah.
That's not for me. Not for me.
Yeah. I would sit her down and say, look, is this sexuality thing just because you're bisexual and you want to experience things with women? Is it always going to be, am I going to come home and find you with a woman? Right? Or is it going to be, always going to be the three of us? And, you know,
Just
even if he gets comfortable with it and he's like, okay, yeah, and he's...
I mean, let's be honest, it's not that bad a dilemma to have, you know. It's
not.
You know, it could be worse.
There's a worse dilemma. There's a worse dilemma to have than your missus bringing you another fanny home.
Yeah, exactly. If it had been a bloke in the first place, and then there's a it depends on your persuasion. You know, at the end of the day, I don't know, but I look. He's just got to do. It's his missus. You have to do what they're told anyway, don't you? Isn't that in the rules?
Yeah, you listen to your wife, and
yeah,
you know, happy wife, happy life. Apparently,
yeah. Or you just leave him.
Or you leave them.
Yeah,
that's the other one.
I think you'd be all right. I think you need to talk to him and find out what the boundaries are.
Yeah, exactly. Just make sure it's always going to be another bird.
But
and then
you ain't got to ask what the boundaries are. He's got to set a boundary himself if he's involved with it. That's the better way to do it.
I've let you go so far, love, and you know what? I was uncomfortable with it. However, I'll go with that. I'll go with that to keep you happy. I will happily sleep with two birds to keep you happy.
But here's my
that's my boundary.
That's one way of putting it to make you sound like the good guy.
Yeah,
if you really want this,
exactly.
Then, you know,
I'm doing it for you, love. Doing it for you, love.
If you really want to watch your mate suck me off, I'm all right with that.
Cool.
Yes.
But
I'm doing it for you.
Yeah.
And just remember that I'm all give.
There you go, Mark. There's your
Good
answer
advice.
from the two experts. I'm just in the middle here like this. You know what I mean? The next one's also very similar to this. I'm only going to do two today, Mickey, because the other ones can really spark a debate. So the next one's quite similar. It's from Andy in Shrewsbury. He's gone. He's been with his girlfriend for 2 years and she's always been shy in bed. But last month she surprised him by booking a hotel in Shrewsbury. Why would you be from Shrewsbury and book a hotel in fucking Shrewsbury?
There's
maybe they've got
problems
kids in the house or something.
We still go out of town, right?
Yeah, but from Shrewsbury, where else are you going?
She's had a...
You ain't coming to Wolverhampton, are you?
But she surprised me by booking a hotel in Shrewsbury for a private weekend. So you live in Shrewsbury and you're going for a private weekend in fucking Shrewsbury.
Maybe they live with their parents.
Well, yeah, anything could be.
Well,
it might be a shared house.
He still should have gone somewhere different. Right? Anyway.
Well, yeah, I agree.
But while they were there, they tried everything. Blindfolds, handcuffs, you name it. It was amazing. But I'm left wondering, is she going to want me to keep escalating this? I'm scared I might not be able to keep up with her fantasies, which comes back to the strap-on thing. So, see why I've brought this one in?
Vegetables.
Oh, well, you know.
A marrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cucumbers, 50 pence still.
Mate, so don't get me wrong, right? BDSM.
And you can eat them afterwards. That's the thing.
Slice them up, chuck them on a salad.
Exactly, job done. Healthy.
I'll just eat minge. Fuck the vegetables and fruit. I'll just eat the minge.
The thing is, again, he obviously said she was shy. Now she's showed a little bit of adventure. He's now getting a bit like, I mean, come on, mate, what do you want?
Yeah, I think she might have gone from 0 to 100 though.
Yeah, but is this again like men's masculinity?
Handcuffs, so I have to admit, I'm not a big fan. I some years ago handcuffed me to bed and fucked off. Literally left me out and left me in there. It's no lie. I was so pissed off. She came back a couple of hours later, thought it was hilarious. I didn't. I didn't think it was funny at all.
I can't tell some of my.
I had this metal head thing, and I was stuck.
Put you to it.
Couldn't do anything. I thought, well, here we go. This is getting into. I see you. Thought it was hilarious. I'm not a fan of the handcuffs thing at all. I would never allow it to happen ever again.
Wow.
I struggle to tell some of my sex stories on here because it's his sister.
I don't give a fuck. Hey, I'm not bothered. Hey, wank material.
Right,
Tell me.
I got a similar one with.
Tell me, I'm not bothered.
I got a similar one where she thought we had some rope.
How much fucking rope?
I've tied her. And she's put my hands.
Already he's off. That's wrong.
Exactly. See the defensiveness. So she's put the ropes on my wrists and tied me. And obviously I can't move then. I'm done. She started getting the toys, putting them down by my feet. And I'm like, the fuck do you think you're doing with them?
Toys.
And then you know what she did?
What kind of toys?
The dildos.
Oh, I think meant like
Cluedo.
The dildos. So she put them all lying next to me. And then she walks off the bed, picks her phone up, gets a fucking camera out. So she was going to take pictures of me tied to the bed with all dildos by me. Okay, I was kicking off, man. fuck off, get it off now. Fucking managed to under the one. I was like,
I love
nah,
my sister
you
so
can't
much.
do that. She was pissing herself, literally pissing herself.
Literally pissing herself. Was this part of the game?
That weren't part of the game, but now she was pissing herself.
I hope she has took pictures,
She
Katie.
hasn't got it.
If you have, please send them to me.
She hasn't got it, trust me.
Yeah, she's telling you she fucking hasn't. I'm my brother.
She knows
Kate,
about that.
please send them to me. But anyway, this guy, he's worried about it's going to escalate too much. Mate, at the end of the day, if it's just general kinkiness, or she might wear fucking sexy outfits, right? It's not going to go too far.
I know. I mean, how far can it go?
Does she want to have a strap on and he just says no?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's
as far as it's going to go.
But it's the same answer as the last one, isn't it, really? It's boundaries.
Yeah.
It's just boundaries.
He wanted more, and he's got more.
Can we try this, is the question? No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like when we went back to the strap-on thing, if she said to me, can we try this, the answer's simple. No.
And if she tries to push it on you, say, can me and my mate, name one of your mates, come through and DP you?
Yeah. Can we
see
do
if she
that?
reacts to that? Do you know what I mean?
What are you going to do? She says, yeah.
Leave her.
Yeah, I think that's...
What if she goes for the triple P?
I mean, it might have been she wasn't adventurous in the first place because she thought he was a bit,
Vanilla.
And now so she thought, right, okay, I get it.
He's
we'll
open
go.
to it now. Let's
and now,
do it.
And now he's suddenly realised that she's a bit more than he can
But
handle.
where's men's masculinity gone? And adventure and dominating presence over.
Yeah.
Women like strangle me and pull my hair and slap my ass. No, men are like, I can't hit a woman. I can't. What the fuck?
I'm keeping well out of this. There's a whole movement here.
We had Gussie on last week, obviously B15 project.
Yeah.
And we asked him for a get in the bin, and he said feminism, and we were like, okay,
Cut.
I'll have a word when we see him next. Jesus.
You got time for one more, Wayne?
Yeah, of course.
One more.
Yeah, get one more dilemma in.
Okay.
Then we'll get a couple of get in the bins, and then we'll finish off so Al can get off.
Okay, let's do one because I've just done weddings. All right, so a girl called Rosie in Derby. Yeah.
I know
Yep.
that.
She's been invited to 2 weddings on the same day. One's a cousin, one's a best mate. I can't be in 2 places at once. Who do I let down?
If it was me, I'd go to neither. So
That's an excuse, though, isn't it? That for me, that's an excuse because I can go. Listen, if I go to yours, I'm going to upset him. If I go to hers, I'm going to upset her.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go.
It's
to
an easy one. But if it was, look, if you absolutely forced, you do your best mate. You got your best mates, don't you?
Yeah, you've got to. Yeah, I think so.
For me, that's me. But I don't like weddings anyway.
It depends
if everyone I
how
went
close-
to, it'd be a pain in the arse.
Depends how close you are to your cousin, as well. I think.
Well, up here, it's very close, isn't it?
Wayne's the one with 5 fingers. Wolves fan.
5 fingers.
5 fingers and a thumb.
Oh, it's the whole way. See?
Need that for the size of my dick so I can grab it.
Hey!
Yeah, depends how close you are to your cousin. I mean, if your cousin's one of your best mates
Well,
growing up, then But if it's just a cousin by
Or
blood,
simple solution. Both on the same day. Do the daytime for one, the nighttime for the other.
There's that if you want to do, or just do neither.
get to bore yourself at 2 weddings.
Oh, I couldn't think of anything
I
worse.
know, it's
Fuck that.
actually horrendous.
Right, so that's the end of the dilemmas from me. Coming up now then is the naughty step.
Naughty step is me.
Have you got a tune for it yet?
No,
Still?
no,
You keep saying you're going to do it.
I know.
Why not done it?
I'm going to get Al to do
I'm
it.
sobering up a bit
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Al's a producer as well, so I'm going to get Al to do it. Right, naughty step. Let's have a look here. Anonymous from Stoke-on-Trent.
Anonymous.
Yeah, you'll see why it's anonymous now.
Some of them are outrageous.
Really?
My neighbour's dog went missing last year. Truth is, I left the gate open on purpose because I was sick of hearing it fucking barking. They searched for weeks, put up posters, offered rewards. Everyone comforted them. I even helped look for it. I never admitted it. Am I on the naughty step?
Do you reckon, Al?
You know what? When really it should be a yes. I'm not an animal hater. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I've been surrounded by plenty of animals in my time, just with partners like that. And I'm always nice to them because you've got to be. But if I had my way, I wouldn't have them around. So I know a guy. This is no lie. Who shot his wife's cat. He was a farmer. I can't say obviously his name on here. This is no lie. And he told us a story. He was a farmer, and where I used to be quite surveyor, and it was. And he told us a story, and his wife, she won't be listening to this anyway, so I'm pretty sure he hated that cat. He kept going on how much he hated that cat, and he told us a story. And my mate and I, who was my boss, we were like gobsmacked. The parent was obviously. When he said, "I just fucking shot it." Put it back and then cover it. And I was like, so that was just like, what?
It's dark, isn't it?
Our cat's really dark.
We're dog lovers. We are. We've both got dogs.
So I mean, but letting the dog go, that's one thing. It's probably not been run over. Probably been adopted by someone else.
Probably been picked up by someone else. Yeah.
And it's probably. I mean, obviously it wasn't chipped because we found.
Yeah,
so,
they found it. Yeah.
So it's one of those ones. It's like he's taken a chance, and he's got away with it. And I do like the fact he went out on the hunt for it. So I think he's getting, he's 50-50 on that one.
What do you think?
Of course, he's on the naughty step.
Yeah,
That's
but
raving. No, the fact that he went out
he's-
looking for it cemented that decision for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can. It's one of them, and we've got a dog. I mean, my dog, when it goes into the back garden, if it sees a cat or a bird, it'll bark.
They're not that.
There's
The
a- there's
bastards
one-
anyway. My mate's dog, I was looking after it, and he didn't tell me not to let it back because I thought it was something and ran away. Fucking took me all day. He was away. Yeah, I had a gig in Torquay that night. Torquay. I had to get to him. I was like, fuck, he got home. I said, I've been looking everywhere. I was desperate. And then I said, mate, I've got to go to Torquay. You should have told me not to let out the back garden. The dog used to walk with you, fine. The little fucker just went
Ran.
off on its own
Yeah.
anyway. So it's like, fuck him.
Well, we've got a dog in one of our back gardens that adjacent to us. Fucking rat, rat, rat,
Yeah.
rat, 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 rat. So if it one like that, I can understand why
Yeah,
you
you might even
left the
think about
gate
the
open.
shotgun.
Yeah. Put it in a bag and fucking throw it out with the rubbish.
I think it belongs on the naughty step.
Yeah.
Hal thinks it doesn't.
That's a
so
50-50 for me. It's 50-50. I'll be able to say he can have the deciding
So,
vote on that. So
yeah.
it's definitely 50-50 for me because I think it's one of those ones I can
I
see.
understand the reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably.
But it's
just-
someone's pet.
Yeah, it's someone's pet. And
Pets
Yeah.
are part of the family.
Yeah. So, yeah, I understand why he's done it, but it is someone's pet. So, yeah, put him on the naughty
yes.
step.
it's
you're on
he's
the
going to
naughty
have to
step.
be, yeah.
Right, I got one from Rob in Shrewsbury.
Oh, another
Shrewsbury listener. A restaurant refused me a refund, so I created 6 fake TripAdvisor accounts and ranked and tanked their rating with brutal reviews. They begged customers to leave positive ones, but it hasn't gone back up past a 3-star. I still walk past the restaurant and smile. Am I on the naughty
Hang
step?
on. That's fucking wrong.
That's wrong. I
He's
do think it's
affecting
wrong.
business.
I know, it's
Yeah.
someone's business, and it's especially when it's the fake reviews. I mean, it's one thing. It's one thing if they're shit and it's like that's not great
Yeah.
food. That's
Yeah.
one thing.
Rather a refund.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, it didn't say why he wanted a
But
refund.
still-
If the food was rubbish,
But
then-
in a restaurant, right? If you've got an issue, they will sort it out.
generally
But
they
they
do.
said
Generally,
Yeah,
they
they
saying
are-
they didn't. They said they refused him one.
Yeah, but so it's obviously bullshit. He's obviously said, had a burger, ate it all. That was cold. Come on, money back.
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think if what you should have done is given a one bad review, which explained what happened, and
Yeah.
that's sufficient. Six dodgy ones,
6 fake accounts.
Can't they just delete them anyway? Those reviews.
No, it
they?
can, but it has to be done through TripAdvisor. You have to
Yeah.
contact them. I've seen that happen before. Yeah.
Nah,
So Rob, yeah, I think
I think
a
you're
bit of
wrong, mate.
Bit of a cock as well for doing that. isn't it?
Cunt. You're a cunt.
Don't want to lose your listeners, mate.
No, he's a cunt.
Oh, our
because
listeners are all over them.
That's,
words,
fucking,
right?
that's fucking wrong. And because one, it could be a nice restaurant where people like going, right? And they've been recommended, and all of a sudden you could recommend it to me,
Yeah.
see his bad review, and think, fuck that. And think, why are you sending me there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a business. It could be just a small family business that's been built from nothing, and now you're fucking it up over a fucking refund.
So Rob,
It might be quite a big refund. We never know. We don't know.
Rob, you are on the naughty step.
Big time.
Right. I've got one from Andy in Birmingham. I pretended I was rubbish at pool for months in a pub round the corner from my new house.
Oh, we know what's
done
coming.
this.
We
I've
know
done
what's
this.
coming, don't we?
I let lads beat me for small bets, acting all clumsy. Then one night I cleaned up, took nearly £300 off them, all straight into my pocket. They think I just had a lucky streak. Am I on the naughty step?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
I've done it myself before
That's,
years ago.
that's
I did
called the hustle, man.
Yeah, I've done it not long ago. I did it with Jade's boyfriend.
Yeah.
I let him and Jade absolutely smash the fucking life out of me. And I was going, fucking hell, me and Ethan, come on, son. And I said, come on, I'll just play you, Lewis. He went, come on then. Poof, done him.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
We've had some good games of pool, haven't we?
Yeah.
I used to do it when I used to play football back in the 80s. And me and one of the guys from the team, we used to hustle the other teams. We used to go to their grounds and get fed after the games and all that stuff. And they had the pool tables. And we used to do the exact same thing and take the money and cause loads of shit. Having generally beat the team, we were quite decent. Having generally beat the team, they were then going to take all the money.
No, I don't think that should go on the...
No,
that's
if you get caught for that, you're a mug.
Yeah, it's just the hustle.
Yeah.
Andy, it's just the hustle, mate. Carry on. What I'd do now is go to another pub not far and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Why not?
Travel the country doing it.
Right. Yeah, you'll get caught one day, though. Someone will be better.
And you'll get filled in.
Depends which pub you go in, isn't it, really? One more from Luke in Derby. I hate my flatmate. Every now and then, when he annoys me, I use his toothbrush to clean the sink.
What?
I rinse it off and put it back like nothing's happened. He's none the wiser, happily brushing away.
Fucking wrong.
Am I on the naughty step?
His arse, I suppose.
No, that's wrong. That's your... I'll get... Obviously, because of my teeth and stuff, I'm anal over toothbrushes. And when people share them, you fucking dirty bastard. This is your toothbrush.
No, that's wrong. It's wrong.
That... You belong in jail. You belong in jail. Do you think people should brush their teeth in the shower?
I don't see what the big deal is. I don't brush my teeth in the shower, but I don't see what the big deal of that is. That's not bad. That's getting rid of everything.
Warm water, brushing your teeth in the shower.
There's nothing wrong with warm water brushing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my fucking God.
I use cold water, but there's nothing wrong with warm water. What's wrong with warm water? Oh, are you a bit scared of it?
No.
The sensation
you shouldn't be brushing your teeth in the shower.
Toothpaste and warm water is horrible.
Warm water, though. But even from the tap, warm water. So a lot of people use
when you
warm
brush your
water.
teeth with mint toothpaste and you've got warm water.
Lots of people do that.
They're fucking scutters.
It's just water, for fuck's sake.
But I don't even rinse my mouth out with water. I brush my teeth and then I use mouthwash.
Yeah. I have to use mouthwash because I've got gum problems, so I've got to use
Cortisol.
Cortisol.
Good stuff, fellas.
Yeah.
Cortisol's wicked.
So, you belong on the fucking top step of the police station.
Yeah, but it's very wrong. There's no doubt about that. That is really, really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Luke in Derby.
You belong in jail.
Yeah.
You're on a naughty step and you're having the cans of beans rolled down on you while you sat at the bottom.
Right,
that's it. If you want to wrap up, don't forget to follow our socials. They are the Ranting and Raving Pod, and that's on Insta, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Don't forget our Patreon as well, same handle, the Ranting and Raving Pod, where you can subscribe if you want to support us. On the Patreon, you also get extra shows that don't go public. Anything you want to add to that, Wayne?
We do notice a lot of views on our videos on TikTok and stuff, so please just give us a subscribe. Joining it will help us build more of an audience and grow. Same as if you're on YouTube, you can subscribe, click the bell, do that as well, and we really appreciate it.
And we can keep bringing you guests like Al MacKenzie.
Yeah, and better ones.
Better ones, probably.
Ones that didn't want. I've got to get in the bin. I thought, fuck. But I just want to say it's been an absolute honour and pleasure to have you on today.
Oh,
we're grateful.
Likewise.
You've come along and give us your time. Just one more time to just plug where people can get all your material from the beginning to
all your socials or anything. Plug whatever you want.
Just look up Ream or Field of Dreams, and we're basically Bandcamp and Dreams on everything. So you can't miss our ugly mug.
So remember, it's D, and then for the simple people.
Well, we do D underscore Ream now on all the socials. So because we realised that the colon was
you can't use the colon.
For those who want to know what a colon is, and it's not up your ass,
exactly.
right?
Reaming your colon.
Two dots. So it's the two dots, one above each other, two full stops.
Yes,
so D. 2 full stops, one above each other, are Ream.
But what I'll do is I'll get Al to send me over some links to his socials, and I'll post them all in the description for you anyway.
Right,
let's wrap up then.
Thank you
that was
very
a
much.
good one. We will see you next time.
Take care.
Goodbye.